Yo, if you want to buy one of our Dark Side t-shirts, just leave your email in the comments below. Yo, it's Mr. Truth, and I'm spitting some truth. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? I'm back with another video, and what I wanted to talk about is about working on yourself in silence. Yes, working on yourself in silence. You don't need to be telling everybody what you're doing. You do not need to do that. So let me tell you something. A lot of people are haters, and I'm telling you that they are haters. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you win. Okay, so you best keep in certain things to yourself. Now, it's all right to tell certain people depending on who they are, but you don't need to be telling everybody what you're doing, man. Just work in silence. That's the best way, because I think sometimes when people feel like they need to tell people what they're doing, it's a sense of validation. I did that. I was like that a few years back, man, but I stopped doing all that stuff, innit? So, for example, I've got a side business, right? Um, that I've got, right? I've got a job. I work in IT, but I've got a side business, yeah? It's only a couple people that know I'm doing this. Not too many people know I'm doing this, right? And obviously, I've created my social media accounts for my side business, my TikTok and Instagram, right? And my face is not even behind the company. I don't want people knowing what it is that I'm doing. There's only certain people that know, a select few that I trust and who I feel like who will give me the push and all this stuff. Okay? You don't need to be telling everybody everything, because the problem is when you tell everybody everything, what you're doing, they're going to expect certain results and you're going to be held to some accountability. So that's the other thing you've got to worry about. If you're telling somebody you're doing this and you're going to start this or doing this and this, that, you're going to be held to some accountability right there. But me, I ain't telling nobody nothing. Look, let me tell you something. The side business that I've got, there's a funny thing about it was I failed at it twice. Twice. Two times. Was it two times? Yeah, two times. Or was it two times or three? No, wait. I just got to remember. No, three times. It might have been three. No, three times I failed. I just got to remember. 2023, we tried. Me and my guy didn't succeed. And then 2025, this year, would have been February. No, it was twice I failed. If I'm correct, it was twice. It was twice. Third time got lucky. But the point I'm making, nobody knew that me and my guy were doing this, or I was doing this. Not the first round time. Nobody knew I was doing it the first round time, nor the second round time. The third time now, a bit of success. I've told certain people, only certain, not too many people know. People I know and trust. But again, I would have been held to accountability. I don't need to tell everybody what I'm doing, right? So this is what I was saying to you lot. If you've got goals, if you've got dreams, you've got aspirations, you want to do something, just work on it, man. Just work on it. And if you fail, cool, start again. But nobody would have known that you failed the first time or the second time, depending on who you've told. So that's just a life lesson. Me, now, what I've done the third time is a business, right? Now I've generated some money during this, the third time. Bear in mind, I started in 2023 summer, around August. Had no clients. Boom. Then I tried again in 2025, January, February, still got nowhere. So I stopped. So look how long I stopped from a period from 2023 August till starting again in 2025 February. Look at the distance, you see? But I failed and just moved on. I didn't tell anybody I was doing this, or, I failed. I didn't tell nobody. And then I did it for the second time, and it would have been I think end of May, start doing it again, right? I started doing it again. Even the guy that I was working with, he didn't know I started doing it again. But look, I got clients and he's seen it now, and I made a bit of money, a little bit of money. Nothing to rave about, nothing big. But now the people that know about the success I have now didn't know the failed attempts I had before. Do you get what I'm saying? But I didn't want to tell anybody. But you see, now I've told certain people, even what I see it to some level of success because, all right, put it this way, I had about 18 clients, this business, 19, I think, right? But I want to restructure this side business, but I ain't telling people what it is. I want to restructure it, right? But I ain't telling hardly nobody knows about this. It's only, I can say, a good 3-4 people know that I know, close people I know closely who knows about what I'm doing. But there's certain people I ain't gonna tell because they're gonna be hating. That's why I said sometimes you just want to work in silence. It's always the best thing. Just do that. Listen, if you got a goal, if you got a business, you got a dream, just work on it, man. You know, it's best to keep things to yourself. Yeah, you could share it with certain people, but my advice is keep it to yourself. When you maybe see some success, then maybe you can start telling people. But nah, man, I don't need to be telling people, man. And people too much hating, and it's usually the case that they're not doing nothing themselves. And you'll know when you tell certain people that you're starting to do this, or you're gonna do this, or you're doing this. You watch their response, watch how they respond, and see how they respond. Whether they respond accordingly, in a positive way or in a negative way. Then you'll know. There's certain people I won't tell because I know how they're gonna act. But you get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I failed twice, and I'd say now the third attempt was a success. You see what I'm saying? So man, you don't need to be telling people what you're doing, man. Like I said, man, you just need to keep your head down and focus. It's just mainly focus on you. You're not competing with other people and trying to compete for their validation. You need to compete for your own validation and for yourself. That's what you need to be competing for. You don't need to be telling them. You don't even have to tell family members. Not even my family members know I'm doing this. This sort of business, innit? You get what I'm saying? They don't even know. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Peace out, man. I'm out.